All right, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome, everybody. Sorry, I'm not in the car today because I'm out sick, not feeling well. Uh, but the show must go on. Every Wednesday we learn the Noam Elimelech. I don't know why he's clicking on the Maranayim. All right, so we're in Parshas B'Midbar, beginning of the book of Deuteronomy. So let's learn. If it's going to open. So once again, every Wednesday. So if you're interested in Hasidic insights in the Bible, you can look at our channel. This is a short enough one. No, wait a second. Excuse me. This one any shorter? All right, here we go. Oid v'pasuk now. Elo Devarim asher diber Moshe al kol Yisrael. Deuteronomy chapter 1 verse 1. These are the words which Moses spoke unto all Israel. Yesh levoir. You could explain it like this: Shnirmas v'kan eitzel am Hashem echis nahagu levoyel mitas avodas Hashem baruch hu. This is a hint, even in meaning something so simple, right? These are the words that Moses spoke unto the children of Israel. Most people would look at that and say, all right, it's just a heading, it's just a introduction. No. You can learn lessons even from something that seems so mundane. That is something that's central, particularly in Hasidic Judaism, that the little things are the big things. Everything's a big deal. We make a big deal out of everything. So with these few words, these are the words that Moses spoke to the children of Israel. You can have a hint to God's people how to conduct themselves to come to the true worship of God. The Kabbalistic tradition that is embraced by most of the Hasidic world, with the exception of Chabad, really, is that before any type of worship, we recite the formula for the sake of, that we're doing this for the sake of the unification. The Chabad, they say it one time a day, but we, the more mainstream Hasidim, we say it for every mitzvah. L'shem yichud kudshabrichu shchinte, for the sake of the unification of the Holy One, blessed be He, and His presence, with love and with fear, in the name of all Israel. Kavana heyer she'ein tzadik ba'aretz. The reason that we recite this formula is how it says in Ecclesiastes: "There's no righteous man on the earth who does good and sins not." So the question is, how can we, with our sinful bodies, perform anything holy? We did some sin with this part of the body, with this limb, and it damaged that limb spiritually. So how can the holiness of that worship rest upon it? The way to rectify this, which the Rebbe Melech is focusing on, is the end of the formula says, in the name of all Israel, that you include yourself in the generality of the entire community of God's people. There's a world, spiritual world, called all Israel, and that is a perfected world where there's no damage. Because of the generality of the Klal Yisrael are the saints, as it says in Isaiah, and your people are all saints, they're all righteous. So even if the individuals sin, Lefamim sometimes, God forbid, aval klal, same tamid kayamim kedushasam. But the generality of the whole Klal Yisrael is steady in the holiness. Ein Satan vein pega rab em chalilas. There's no Satan to prosecute, and there's no bad occurrence that could happen to them, God forbid, in the generality of the community. Even if individuals might be damaged, but the generality remains. So that form is constantly existing in heaven. That's what's called in the mystical Kabbalistic texts the primordial man. And there's no power of sin in that primordial state of Adam before the sin. So by attaching oneself to the generality of the community, he attaches himself to that level, that primordial level, which is pre-Adamic before the sin. And then that limb which was damaged by sin becomes tied to the generality and is rectified with the supernal holiness. And then you can perform that mitzvah or whatever act of holiness. This is one piece of advice. There's another piece of advice. Is that the idea conceptually and archetypically is that all sins come from the energy that was generated by the original sin of the tree of knowledge. The earth. Let's pause. Alright, so let's continue this year. All sins come from the energy of the original sin, from the Eitz Hadash. Niskalkalu Hodama Blamates Klalas. The earth was cursed with 39 curses. Hembo of Zahamal Adam, and that's where the impurity came to Adam. When a person keeps the Sabbath and stays away from the 39 prohibited forms of labor, Misakan Lamates Klalas, it fixes the 39 curses, and then it removes all the shells and impurity and sin. That's why it says that if anybody who keeps the Sabbath properly, even if he worships idols, he's forgiven. Is this supposed to be in the garbage, this blue thing? This is what Moses said with these advice to the holy people with his holy words. Devarim. These are the words. Shmir Shabbos Blamates Malachos. It's a reference to a hint to the Sabbath with the prohibition against 39 prohibited forms of labor. Hashamru B'Gemara Devarim. Mikan Lamates Malachos. It says these are the words. It's a hint to the 39 prohibited forms of labor, the Sabbath, Devarim. The words are the words, Ve'ela Heim Lamates, but the word Eila is 39. Ve'ela. Wait, it's 30. Is actually 42. I don't know. Beyond Masechah Shabbos. See this in the Gemara Shabbos Va'at Ve'esa Shnia Hitevis Kol Yisrael. The second advice is the word all Israel. Yachid L'Kash Asmul Klal Yisrael. Attach yourself to the whole Israel. V'zeo, or the Klal Yisrael. V'zeo, Jewish people. V'zeo Elo Devarim Asher Dibur Moshe Kol Yisrael. These are the words Moses spoke to all Israel. Parish Eitzas Kol Yisrael Kshan Oisin Canal. This advice of the whole Kol Yisrael, like we said above, Nasan Lanu Oid Eitza Be'elo Devarim. It's another advice with these are the words, the Hainu Shmir Shabbos, by keeping the Sabbath V'duk. Thank you for watching. God bless you. Like and subscribe, comment. I'll see you later.